EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a sold-out Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we continue on in Wildcard weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game.
Let's go, let's go! Here we go! Set! Time to the ending! What's it? Press! Kill, kill, kill! Echo, echo! Go!
Jackson on first down. Got an open man. It's Foster. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
We got to step it up. Check forward.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike, 54. 54. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Switch it. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Haskins to throw it. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the catch made by Hopkins. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DeAndre Hopkins, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Haskins. He gets this one to Johnson. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check the backer. Check 43. I need one over here.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing.
It's a foot race. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 79 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. When they dialed up that fourth down run, something tells me they didn't envision it hitting all the way up in the end zone.
No, I think you're right about that, but how many times do we witness short yardage runs, stacked defensive front, everyone pressing the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, there's not much help on the backside there.
If you pop through, there's no one back there, and we just witnessed it there. A long sprint to the end zone. Probably looking around wondering, where did everyone go?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Here's Haskins to throw, and he's going to go down again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Switch gears.
Throwing again. Jackson. And that's complete to Brown. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Throwing is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's our time.
Now Haskins. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
26 Mike.
Looking to throw, Haskins. The open man is Westbrook. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Flushed out right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. Buying time. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second and 10 now. Haskins connecting here with DJ Shark. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Haskins. Looking long for Westbrook. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 64 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
57, Mike 57. What we got? 57.
Haskins back to the air. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Jackson. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch the shift. 25, check 25.
Now Joe Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on second and 13. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Let's go, Mike 50. I got one. Go. Jack. Hustle. Hey, watch it. Watch the safety.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
52. Check out route.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. Yeah, that's not good. Hey, Trippy. We'll go 25 to Mike. Hey, that's scared. That's scared. Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now Haskins on first down. And the catch made by Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down. Here's Haskins. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this down to the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Haskins now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Complete. It's Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ready up. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. Second and 5 now. Haskins. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Haskins will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jeff Swaim there to make the grab. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here.
That was a convenience-ass lag, bro. That was a very convenient-ass lag. That was very convenient on that lag. Come on, man.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT
bullshit on
miss.
that lag right there.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
And yes, I think that nigga did that shit.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Come on, man.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
Oh, that shit over,
they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon.
Nope.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Third down and 6.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go,
They
fellas.
do it anyway. On 3rd down, Jackson.
Let's go, D.
Throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
Let's go. Let him hang, my nigga. What you got?
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Damn, a nigga got
He's
open.
got the completion to Hopkins. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Let's go, D. Hell yeah.
Throw away. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Just stay on him, fellas. That's all I ask. Over the top. This nigga got A.J. Green at tight end.
Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Wow.
Inside the 10. And he'll take this into the
That's what's
end
up,
zone
though.
for a Bengal TD. DeAndre Hopkins. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2. Throwing now is Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shoot free, and you'll find
Let's
an
go,
open
D.
receiver.
Not offense. We got 3 timeouts.
Near the goal line on a 2-point
Stick in this bag one time.
All that exit, there's not any extra field, so it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next
Listen
drive.
off the edge
They're
again.
down here in a
I don't like
one-score
that.
game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
Can't get a throw off.
Come on, come on,
He's
come on.
taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here we go with
Throw the
Haskins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Pulled the cheese out when he
deep in
needed
the
it.
bag of tricks
That's
here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll look to throw, and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on fourth down.
Give me a goddamn audible.
At 25 to Mike. We'll go 25. Double dog. That's the way. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins.
Give me that.
Now a throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a first and goal. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. The Bengals go down to a knee, and the victory.
Big plays. Big plays. I hate that shit.
Use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.